Waterpolo is a game of details. And here is the truth. If you are only preparing during warm-ups, you are already late. Warm-up is for your team and yourself. And during the warm-up you should never focus on the other team because that is the moment when you need to match and synchronize with your teammates rather than watching the other team. So, how to prepare for the game before the game starts and how to actually win before the game starts. I'm going to show you the 5-step system to scout and analyze your opponent. So when the game starts, you already know exactly what you will be expecting and you have the edge. The first part will be to get the right film. So if you have the access to the videos, you need to use that. I'm not speaking about the highlights or the just watching one player. I want you to watch the full possession, full game, and you want to see how the team actually plays. So you want to see their offensive spacing, defensive structure, and transitioning habits. And here's the key: you shouldn't be wasting time trying to memorize anything really. Pick out what matters the most for your position. For example, if you are a wing, you're going to be watching their wings, right? So you're going to be watching the people who you're going to be guarding. So focus how your matchup is driving, how they're passing, how they're doing anything in the game. For example, if you're a center defender, you're just going to be focusing on their center post ups. So when you're watching the film, the key is really to have the focus on the important things for yourself. You cannot memorize every single detail of the game. The next part, which is really helpful, is to watch the games in person. A lot of the games, when they're happening, they're in the same area where you are, or sometimes there is a possibility to stay after the game or come one game earlier to see the other teams play. And I suggest this to watch the other games against your future opponents. But also in general, it's good to see more games and to increase your variable IQ because more of the games you see, more of the game situations you will understand, and it will be easier for you to solve some problems when they arise in your game if you already saw that. Still, when you're watching the games in person, don't try to watch the whole team. Pick out the player who you will most likely be guarding and pay attention to their habits. Do they drive left or right more often? Do they fake before shooting or do they have a quick release? Are they better in technique or they're stronger? And this is what is going to make this informed watching. So you're not just a regular fan who is in the stands. You are there with the mission. And really important also when you're watching the games that are not for game analysis for your opponents. They're just regular watching the games. You again want to watch your position, how they're behaving there, and if you can learn something for the other players. And I guarantee you that you can learn something from almost anyone who is playing. And then, as we're going to the third step, which is break down individual habits. So, Waterpolo isn't just about random moves. Whatever we're doing, it's systemized, and all the players have patterns. And each pattern that players have can be broken down. So, what does it mean? If you're watching somebody who you're going to be guarding and they're playing the wing, they have some kind of a pattern. For example, the way how they're releasing the ball, how the goalie is passing them the ball. For example, they just swim freestyle to the half and they do two backstrokes to the left and get the ball. Or when they go into the drive, they have their specific way how they're going into the drive, and you can understand that. Or when they have the shot over the shot block, they have two most favorite ones that they're using 90% of the time. So it's not that when you know it that you're going to stop it 100%, but when you understand what is the person going to do, it's going to be easier to prevent that. So just getting familiar with their habits is going to help you a lot, because you're not going to be surprised when they do some of them. And to repeat again, all of the players have some kind of the pattern that they follow in the swimming, in the ball release, in the shooting, in passing. And what is your job before the game starts is to see it and to prepare the solution for it. So the next part is to learn the rhythm as a team. So you have the individuals, you saw who you're going to be guarding, and you understand how to uh, challenge them. But then you want to see how is the team energy. You want to see are they faster swimmers, or they are focusing more on a strength. And do they release the ball from the right or from the left side, and then they pass it right away to the set? Do they play press, or they play more kind of a zone? And this is really going to help you to, when you understand their rhythm, you can adjust your own pace before the game starts. For example, if that team is known that they're playing a lot of the zone, or let's put a specific example, M zone, that means that you're not going to need to make way more drives than usually, and you're going to have way more opportunities to shoot from outside. And then you will understand that if you're a good shooter, you can use that opportunity and stay more in outside position and take more shots. And then if you're not a shooter, you're just going to give somebody else opportunity to do that, and you will be driving. But the point is that you can understand and anticipate what they're going to be doing when you understand their rhythm. And for example, when the other team is playing a lot of high press, you want to save your energy in some way, that you are able to handle that that kind of a defense, because it's draining a lot of more energy. So just understanding the team's rhythm is going to prepare you better for the game. And the last part is about you. Prepare yourself mentally. So once you watch the film, or you seen them live, and you watch the specific individuals that you understand their patterns, and you understand the team's rhythm, and for example, in you don't need to overthink or psych yourself out. You just need to prepare a strategized plan how to play against this opponent. So you need to simple game plan for your role, which is, I know my player drives left, so I will close that side first. You know that center spins to the right, so you'll hold the inside position and expect it. You know that the team is playing high press, so you will save energy on unnecessary drives. You know that the team is focusing more on a strength, and which means that you are not going to be preparing, that you're not going to come too much in a close contact with them, that you're going to be trying to drive way more. So these are the ways that you prepare yourself. So you understand the challenge that you will have during the game, and you make a plan about it. And it should be a simple plan, because the hardest thing in this game is to be simple, because we tend always to overcomplicate things. But what you really want is a simple plan. You understand the other team, you understand the individuals that you're going to be guarding, and you just make a plan around it. So at the end, you you need to prepare way before the game starts. At the moment when the you start preparing and you start warming up, at that moment you're not supposed to see at all the other team. You're just supposed to focus on yourself and on your team, because whatever you prepared before that, that's it. You're not going to prepare yourself better in the actual warm. The first part is that you need to see the video from the other team. While you're watching the video, don't watch the highlights, watch the full games. And you want to see and understand the individuals that you're going to be guarding, and you want to understand their patterns and their habits and break them down. So which way they're driving, which way they're shooting, and every player has something that they're applying in 90% of the games. So you want to understand that part. Then you need to understand the rhythm of the team, what kind of a game they're playing. Fast paced, more focused on strength, what kind of defense they're playing. And then as a step five, you just need to prepare yourself and have a good game plan how to approach these problems and challenges that you saw in the steps before. And by doing those things before every game, it's tremendously going to change the way that you approach the once the whistle blows, and the way that you're going to be facing the challenges during the game, because you already know what kind of a challenges you can get, and you already have the plan built around them. And this is the way how you win before the game starts.